Warning: the following video contains spoilers for the original trilogy of Ace Attorney games. If you've never played them, I highly recommend doing so before watching this video. Obligatory disclaimer complete. Let's start the game. Ace Attorney is a series that's been around now for almost 2 decades. However, in the series' most recent iterations, the fanbase seems quite divided on the quality of the characters and storytelling. What most fans do agree on is the outstanding quality of the original trilogy. This is thanks to the hard work and dedication of Shu Takumi, who helmed the first 3 Phoenix Wright games, acting as lead writer and director, while Shu Takumi contributed in small ways for several other games in the series. In his own words, he felt like the story was finished, that Phoenix's story came to its natural conclusion by the end of the 3rd game. While many fans debate to this day whether or not the series should have ended there, it's obvious that the 3rd game wrapped up all loose ends and was intended to be the end of that narrative. But what a lot of people underestimate is the fantastic depth of detail put into the characters, especially the titular protagonist Phoenix Wright. The changes Phoenix undergoes throughout the original trilogy are not only natural, but enhanced by the themes of each respective game. Let's start at the beginning. A lot of people criticize some of the early cases, claiming that other characters act as Deus Ex Machinas, swooping in at the 11th hour to save Phoenix. However, let's look at the bigger picture. While the first case is a tutorial and was thrown into the game to get players accustomed with the courtroom gameplay, it still plays heavily into the growth of Phoenix Wright as a character. While Phoenix holds his own rather well, he is clearly nervous. He has practically no clue what he's doing, and despite a valiant effort, almost loses the case, which is saved by his mentor Mia Fey. Moving on to case 2, Phoenix appears a bit more competent, facing off against the prestigious prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. He maintains a stronger stand only to fall once more with seemingly no hope. Alas, his new assistant Mia Fey channels the spirit of her late sister, once again handing Phoenix the victory. Twice now has another character had to intervene in order for Phoenix to come out on top, and this repeats once more in case 3. This time, when the trial is seemingly lost, Edgeworth realizes the importance of truth and justice over victory and assists Phoenix in once again nailing the culprit, which finally brings us to case 4. At this point in time, we've had the character of Phoenix, who has certainly fought his own battles, yet always needed a helping hand at the final stretch. Miles Edgeworth, who at first is dead set on guilty verdicts, coming to realize what it means to be a lawyer, and Mia Fey, who started as a ditzy spirit medium in training, becoming the right-hand girl of Phoenix's law firm. This development is put to the test in the climactic final case, in which Edgeworth is put on trial and requests Phoenix not to take the case. Needless to say, Phoenix Wright from the first case wouldn't dare touch something like this, however is pushed to his limits, facing off against the even more legendary Manfred von Karma. Finally, after 4 cases, Phoenix uncovers the whole truth and does this by his own hand, his first real victory and arguably his first act as an Ace Attorney. Over the course of the game, we have seen Phoenix grow from a novice into a slightly more capable novice. We understand his motivations, his desires, what drives him. The theme of the first Ace Attorney game is growth, about changing your perspective to best get through life, about the importance of our friendships and carrying what is taught down to us. The theme of the second game is a great deal more personal. Justice for All gets Phoenix to question his clients, in turn getting the player to question their own beliefs. Case 1 sees Phoenix suffer amnesia. When his client Maggie reminds him of the situation he's in, his first instinct is to thoroughly question her if she really did it, to doubt her. In case 2, Phoenix is presented with black and white proof positive that his client, Mia Fey, is unquestionably guilty. Moving forward, case 3 has your client be an unlikable, pompous ass clown, who gets you to question why you even want to defend him in the first place. This all culminates in the last case, which is regarded as one of the best in the series, having Phoenix find himself caught between a rock and a hard place. Made aware that his client is guilty, he is forewarned that failing would mean the death of his best friend Maya. Throughout the case, both Phoenix and Edgeworth question what it really means to be a lawyer, only through working off each other, managing to reveal the truth while simultaneously saving Maya. Phoenix learns that being a defense attorney is as much about someone having a fair defense as much as it is about revealing the truth. That only through the prosecution and defense challenging each other can justice truly be obtained for all. This finally brings us to Trials and Tribulations, my personal favorite game in the series. This entry tackles themes of identity. Furthermore, it asks if changes in character are always for the better. Case 1 of Trials and Tribulations shows us a flashback of Mia Fey, defending a university student, Phoenix Wright. We get to see Phoenix before his appearance in the first game. He's naive and childish, a shadow of the character we've come to know and love. This is contrast with the antagonist of the first case, Dahlia Hawthorne. When Dahlia first enters the courtroom, everyone is enamored by her cuteness and innocence. Of course, this is all a facade. Mia reveals Dahlia's true character. She dispels the false identity. Case 2 introduces us to Phoenix's main rival in the game, Godot. Or is it Godot? I don't know. A prosecutor in a mask who despises Phoenix for seemingly no reason, and quite literally has no identity. The characters in Case 2 are all about deceiving appearances. From the gall of Luke Abney to the innocent demeanor of Ron DeLite, who turns out to be a thief. Case 3 begins with a character straight up impersonating Phoenix's identity, working for a small girl who comes across as terrifying, yet turns out to be sweet and considerate. Case 4 takes a turn with yet another flashback, revealing an intimate relationship between Godot and Mia. Suddenly, the player is faced with a question. Throughout the game, Godot has been mocking Phoenix, questioning his motivations, and in turn his character. But Case 4 gets you to question what motivates and drives Godot. We see he is driven by hate and revenge against Dahlia, and in turn the role Phoenix played in her twisted deeds. Godot downright blames Phoenix for the death of Mia Fey. He only has the capacity to see Phoenix's identity as the cause of his despair and not look past that. The final case contains several reveals, starting with Phoenix being reintroduced to his friend Larry, who has adopted the identity This is his name. I'll concede, I can't read this. I'm sorry. Later, a mysterious charming woman is revealed to be the mother of Mia and Maya, who despite her charming demeanor, demonstrates that she'll do anything to protect her children. During the climax of this case, Phoenix is put in a corner, with his back against the wall. He has no allies, no get out of jail free cards, and his best friend's life is once again on the line. And here is where the series peaks. The conclusion of all the experiences and events Phoenix has gone through. Godot accuses Phoenix of never being half the lawyer Mia Fey was, only for the briefest of moments to see Mia's spirit reside right beside Phoenix. In one shining moment, using everything he's learned throughout the series, Phoenix finally unmasks Godot, who finally accepts Phoenix's identity as the true successor to Mia Fey. After the dust settles, Mia tells Phoenix there is simply nothing left for her to teach him. Phoenix resolved the last case through his own logic and his own way, finally becoming a person who can be regarded as an Ace Attorney. While each Ace Attorney game tackles its own theme, the core message never changes, ensuring everyone and anyone, no matter how low or desperate, has the right to have someone fighting for them in their corner. How the pursuit of truth is more important than living in blissful ignorance. The Ace Attorney games demonstrate Phoenix learning these lessons and growing because of them in a way few other video game series have achieved. And I think the original Ace Attorney Trilogy, due to its genius in storytelling and tackling narrative themes, will live on in the hearts of everyone who is fortunate enough to experience them. Anyway, thank you so much for watching my video. I'm considering doing a video about the Ace Attorney games that don't quite hit the mark with their themes, but this is all up in the air. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a good day, morning, evening, whatever time it is where you are, and take care.